Hello everybody, and it's Terry, and this is yet another video on Tuesday, and this is May 1st, or is it May 2nd? No, it's May 2nd. So I was rearranging my higher light orchids back into this end of the greenhouse, which is the east end. My encyclias, some cattleyas are here. Mostly encyclias and cattleyas. But while I was looking and sorting, actually here are some resting dendrobiums still up here. Have not yet seen any sign of growth yet. But while I was sorting through my encyclias, I noticed, came upon this one, which I forgot that I even had, because it is kind of against my principle, which is Encyclia plicata Kermit times. Well, I did not explain my principle. I'm a purist, I'm old school, I'm an OG. I like things simple, but it can be complex. Life is complex, but my principle is I am not really into albas. I think it drowns out the natural coloration and it really fades it to nothing. So if you are into albas, you just might as well just not buy that species and just get a white flower. I don't know. That's just my own dumb, stupid principle. I'm a purist and I don't want pyloric. I don't want albas unless they're natural in nature, naturally occurring. Other than that, I do love hybrids, but albas, they're May. Moving on. I guess that is Encyclia plicata alba Cherokee. So it is completing a growth. It's this growth. And I just sprayed it for scale. It was a bit down there. That's where scale loves to hide, in those new growths. So while I was doing that, I was also doing some watering. And I got to my Phalaenopsis and was blown away by a fragrance that knocked me off my feet. And I almost thought it was this, but that was not it. It was this beautiful, beautiful plant. Phalaenopsis corningiana, which is a cross between two primary species, which is corningiana crossed with Phalaenopsis. Now, the corningiana that is used here, both of the species have spots or striations, but the corningiana has this patterning that almost is hieroglyphica looking. It's not uniform to the petal. That is not a feature of Phalaenopsis. And I don't believe that is a pattern of just any corningiana.
Phalaenopsis corningiana pictures. We can see the variation in the striations and the coloration. I would say the more typical form of the corningiana would be this lighter one here. But the one that I am talking about is this Fernbrook. You can see how darker it is, and it still has those lines through it. And there's others that show it. This would be a Fernbrook, but it has a lot. This is a Fernbrook, and this one, and it's the scent that is grape that separates the Fernbrook clone or Grex from just the regular type species, which still is fragrant, but not as intensely fragrant and not as intensely colorful. That looks like a Fernbrook. That looks like a Fernbrook. Exactly that.
There are several forms of corningiana, and there are some that are more striped, which are rarer to find. But you can find them sometimes, the influence of that particular patterning in hybrids, and this is one of them. And also the fragrance. Oh, this is, I almost passed out. It's so strong. It's a bit on the kind of funk, but there is so much powerful, punchy sweetness that is emitted. It is literally a smack in the face. Corningiana has a fragrance that can be described as grape, and honestly, there's grape in there. Amboinensis is sort of typical of not a Bellina, but it's very sweet. Not chemically sweet, but it's just very sweet. I can't really describe it, but the complex tones are from the corningiana of the fragrance I'm describing. But anyway, this is a very special plant. Can you believe I paid 40 bucks? So, everybody get a Phalaenopsis corningiana. If you can't find corningiana, definitely amboinensis is out there. But if you can get corningiana, especially a nice bloom-sized plant, because both of these species can be kind of finicky until they get to be bloom-sized, to where there are several leaves and definitely the spikes that can continue to bloom, and they will continue to bloom over time. Each year around this time, spring, they like lots of air movement. That's the key, and they have to stay above 60, and they want constant moisture at the roots, and their media fresh. If you see those spikes browning, that means that something is wrong. You need to change the media, most likely, or it is not getting enough water, which is generally a problem with root and their moisture uptake, which goes back to the media. Remember, folks, the roots is where it's at, especially with Phalaenopsis and orchids. With Phalaenopsis is what I'm looking at now. Don't look at the leaves, look at the roots. If there are no roots, the leaves will not be there long after. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and enjoy your orchids. Bye. Very good.